So guys, you're welcome back to this channel. Today we are going to be talking about we are going to be discussing 5 reasons many are calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu from prison. There is this widespread belief that releasing Nnamdi Kanu could pave the way for dialogue and a peaceful resolution to the long-standing issues in the southeastern region. So there is this for quite a while, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has been detained, and the continued detention has been a basis for widespread debate and controversy in Nigeria. Several leaders from the southeastern region have been urging the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu, including the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, even as security concerns within the region deepens. In a recent move, the Southeast governors resolved to meet with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to discuss possibilities for Nnamdi Kanu's release, even though the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, says the offense of the detained IPOB leader is a difficult one and can only be resolved by a competent court of law. Following the persistent calls for Nnamdi Kanu's freedom, here are 5 compelling reasons why many believe he should be released from prison. Focusing on human rights, the potentials for dialogue and peace, legal fairness, political stability, and strong public sentiments. But before I give you the 5 reasons, if you are new to this channel, please do well to subscribe, like, and also drop a comment below. So the number 1 reason is based on human rights concerns. For activists, Nnamdi Kanu's prolonged detention raises significant human rights issues. Many believe his rights to freedom of speech and assembly have been violated. So internal human rights organizations have at various points called for his release, emphasizing the need for fair treatment and adherence to the rule of law. So the number 2 reason is dialogue and peaceful resolution. There is this widespread belief that releasing Nnamdi Kanu could pave the way for dialogue and a peaceful resolution to the long-standing issues in the southeastern region. Proponents of this idea suggest that Kanu's release could help de-escalate tensions and foster a more constructive conversation between the government and pro-Biafra groups. Now let's go to the 3rd one. The 3rd one is legal and judicial fairness. There have been concerns about the legality and fairness of Nnamdi Kanu's arrest and detention. Critics argue that his trial has been marred by legal irregularities and that releasing Nnamdi Kanu would demonstrate Nigeria's commitment to upholding judicial fairness and due processes actually. So the number 4th one is political stability. Nnamdi Kanu's detention has been a source of unrest and agitation within the southeast. There are many who are of the opinion that his release could help calm the situation, reduce protest and violence, and contribute to overall political stability in Nigeria. So according to those who push the idea, Kanu's release could also improve relations between the government and the southeastern populace. Now, the 5th one and the last one public sentiments and pressure. There is this significant public support for Nnamdi Kanu's release, both domestically and internationally. It is thought in it is thought in certain quarters that releasing Nnamdi Kanu could address public grievances and demonstrate that the government is responsive to the concerns of its citizens, potentially boosting its credibility and legitimacy in the eyes of the people. So Kanu has been seeking legal means to regain his freedom. However, a recent fundamental human rights suit which his legal team instituted against the federal government was dismissed by Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja. So Nnamdi Kanu has sued the Attorney General of the Federation and the Department of State Service for 1 billion naira in damages for alleged rights violation. The IPOB leader claims that the DSS and its Director General violated his rights to a fair hearing by allegedly preventing his lawyers from having unhindered interactions with him while he was being detained in preparation for his defense in his criminal. So while delivering judgments, Justice Omotosho held that Kanu failed to provide credible evidence to sustain his claims. That the IPOB leaders' interaction with his lawyers were interfered with, and that he was denied unhindered access to his lawyers, and that DSS officials eavesdropped on his conversations with his lawyers, which constituted a breach of his rights to a fair hearing. So I think these are the reasons why people want Nnamdi Kanu to be released, and I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please, if you are new to this channel, please do well to subscribe and also drop a comment below. I will see you guys. Make sure you drop a comment below, please, and also watch this video to the end, and please do well to subscribe. Click the subscription button so that whenever we drop our videos, you'll be the first to see it. Thank you for always staying with us. Make sure you drop a comment